Under the Scope.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Under the Scope. Well, the weather has turned. Summer is over, fall is upon us. We've dropped about 25 degrees in temperature in one day, so I guess that means it's time to go inside and watch some movies. So, with me today, brand new guest host. You may see a family resemblance. This is my sister, Erin.
Hi.
Hi. And we just got out of a screening of a new... Boy, I hesitate to call it a comedy because it's not super funny, but a family emotional comedy drama starring Jason Bateman. This is called This Is Where I Left You, right?
Yes.
That's the right title.
This Is Where I Leave You.
This Is Where I Leave You. Thank you. You've already helped. So, as I said, this stars Jason Bateman. It also stars Jane Fonda, Corey Stoll, Connie Britton, Tina Fey, Adam Driver. Who else am I missing? Timothy Olyphant. Rose Byrne. Yep. Lots of people. And the basic story is, what's his name? Jason Bateman. Why am I forgetting his name? Hello, friends. We got people walking by. Jason Bateman plays Judd Altman. He's the lead character, and he's one of many Altmans in this story. He works for a kind of a shock jock radio guy in New York City. When he stumbles upon a life-changing event. I'm not sure that I want to give away the details of it yet, but something happens in his life that sort of crushes him, and at the same time he gets another blow in that his father has passed away. And so it is said that his father's final request is that his family will sit Shiva for him after his death, and apparently this is news to them because they're not really that religious, or he's Jewish only, he's actually an atheist. But hey, it was his final request, so all of the family descends on the Altman home in somewhere upstate New York, I don't know, somewhere in the idyllic suburbs where everyone has nice homes and beautiful lawns. And he's got two brothers and a sister. The brother is Corey Stoll, which you probably know him from House of Cards. He's also going to be in the new Ant-Man film next summer. Adam Driver, which you know from HBO's Girls, and Tina Fey. I'm not sure if you've seen Tina Fey anywhere before, if you've even heard of her. We'll just call her newcomer Tina Fey.
She's an up-and-comer.
Yeah. So they all descend along with their families, their spouses and children, girlfriends, what have you, on the Altman home where Jane Fonda, apparently she's an author, but also maybe a therapist, and this ends up sort of being the catalyst for the family to sort of, I don't know, discover themselves, maybe reconnect, and sort of discover just how screwed up their lives really are and how unhappy they are, and how they might go about changing that, I guess, is sort of what the story ends up being. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, there's a full circle effect.
Yeah. Anything you want to add to the storyline that I haven't talked about without giving too many details away?
I would say that Shiva is a 7-day event. That
they want to get out of it in a few days, but no, 7 days. Oh, I forgot Ben Schwartz. You know him as John Ralphio from Parks and Recreation. You also know him from Showtime's House of Lies, the other House of show. He is the local rabbi who is colloquially known, why did I choose that word, as Boner. Apparently he got that nickname as a youth, but he's trying to live it down. Anyway.
Not successfully.
Yeah. So anyway, that is our story. Those are our players. What do we think about this movie? What do you think about the acting in it? So,
I mean, I'm a Jason Bateman fan. I'm a Tina Fey fan. I thought their connection was adorable. They were kind of the central siblings.
Yeah.
She was hilarious. He's typical Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman, Jason Bateman's got his Jason Bateman hair, and when Jason Bateman is doing his Jason Bateman thing, which is often the sort of the wizened brother who kind of keeps the family together and always has a quippy one-liner when needed, that is perhaps one of my favorite things in movies and television ever.
He was very funny. He slips those in when you're just barely listening.
I know, and it's like, I'm not sure if that's the script that has that or if he's bringing that himself, but he just has that deadpan, perfect under-his-breath delivery of the line that just is great. It's great. I loved it when I first saw him on It's Your Move, that failed 80s sitcom. That's when I first saw Jason Bateman, and I've been a fan ever since. So, there you go. That's my treatise on Jason Bateman. I agree. I think though the connection between all the siblings was really, really believable. They're all very, very different. Like I said, Jason Judd he's a city guy who worked in radio. I'm not really sure what Tina Fey's character did, but she's married to kind of a jerk of a big business guy, and they've got a couple of kids, and obviously they're having troubles. Philip's the younger brother. That's Adam Driver, and he's just he's not about attachment. He's not about really committing to anything. He's sort of,
he's your quintessential baby of the family.
Yeah,
which I will tell you is not always accurate.
Yeah, true. Because you're the baby.
I am the baby.
But she's not an Adam Driver, Philip role. Corey Stoll is the eldest brother, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And he's sort of the guy who stayed back and kept the family sporting goods store running. And I don't know if he felt put upon, but I think he kind of felt like it was his job to stay there and stay grounded so that everyone else would have a place to come back to. I don't know. I think that everyone's acting was really, really good. Even the peripheral characters had a lot of nice moments. Connie Britton was pretty good, but she's always great. Do you know her?
I do.
Yeah,
American
Horror Story, Friday Night Lights, Nashville lately. This is the part of the program where I just read off people's resumes. But she's really good as the older woman therapist that is engaged to Adam Driver's character.
Rose Byrne was adorable. She was quirky.
She's a little bit of the sort of manic pixie dream girl character, which I guess if there's any fault to the characterizations in the film, I would say it would be with her character. She's fun, and I enjoyed her, and I liked her performance, but she is a bit of that, sort of unapproachable, weird, quirky girl that every guy is supposed to fall in love with in the movie. So be aware of it on that. I think it loses a couple points in that part, but she does really well with what she's given. I forgot to mention Kathryn Hahn in a largely dramatic role. You usually see her in funny roles. She's been on Parks and Recreation and other TV shows.
Who was that?
She would have been the wife of Corey Stoll's character, the older brother, the one who couldn't get pregnant.
Annie.
Yeah, Annie. I forget character names. Sorry, guys. But yeah, she's largely dramatic. She's not really there to crack jokes, even though I know she's very, very capable of it. So that was a nice turn from her. I don't know. For me, I initially was feeling like this movie isn't as funny as I want it to be. But then as it went along, I started to come around to the fact that it isn't supposed to be super, super funny. It has moments of comedy. And most of the comedy is kind of grounded in real life and real events, not necessarily hilarious situations that were written purely to be funny. And that's where I think the script really, really succeeds, because it is grounded. It's it's about kind of coming together and sort of mourning the passing of a father, but also realizing that everyone is screwed up. Everyone is unhappy. Everyone has complications in their lives. So you're not alone. You're not alone if you're feeling like your life is messed up. Everyone's life is messed up. Everyone's got things that are wrong, and that, I guess in the end, rely on your family. Tear. Oh, it's funny. So the common bond between us is we lost our father 15 years ago. We didn't have a catalytic week of sitting Shiva to sort of bond and become better family. So I don't know, maybe that's a big failing on our part.
We took the Scandinavian way out and just deflected it for...
Right. But I sort of connected a little bit to, there was a moment the mother, Jane Fonda, said that, she was, Jason Bateman, Judd, asks her how she's dealing so well with this and why she's not, more upset. And she said, well, more, and I paraphrase that, as she's going along, she's remembering him less and less as, the sick man who was in the hospital, and she remembers him more of how he was. And that's sort of how I feel, about our father.
Yeah.
I don't really think about him how he was in the end. I remember him how he was when he was live and vibrant and, stuff like that. So there's a lot of truth there, and I connected to it in that regard.
There's a lot that, I loved. It's a sister with only brothers, which I can relate to. Again, the father thing, and just the sarcastic banter that I'm used to anyway. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I, again, loved Tina Fey. She was way funnier than I've seen her in some things, and I was a fan.
Good. But with that, we should probably give this movie a score.
The Scope score is 3 1/4 stars.
So 3 1/4 stars, folks, for This Is Where I Leave You. I got it right?
Yes.
Good. Like, as you said, you take a 1/4 point off for patient 0 in the row in front of us who had some pretty violent coughing at one point in the film. Oh, my goodness. I thought we were all going to walk away with Ebola or something. You can get Ebola that way, right?
Yeah, or SARS.
Or SARS, or any of the great, wonderful diseases that our world produces. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. If you like what we do here, you can always like, comment, and subscribe. And for Erin, this is Jared. Maybe Shane will be back next time. You've been watching Under the Scope. Check you later. Thanks for the lasers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves once again at the end. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have. Fear not, Scope faithful. The days shall pass as if they were but a moment, and Jared, Adam, and Shane will return with another thrilling episode. Until then, send your comments to comments@thescopeshow.com or leave a voicemail message by dialing
612-21-SCOPE. That's 612-217-2673.
Thanks for listening, faithful fans. This is Tony Partington saying arrivederci. Tune in next time to another terrific edition of The Scope.